Edward,
Hey, how's it going?
good, fantastic to be on the call with you. Thank you for booking this appointment. An honor
Yeah.
to be on the call with you.
Thank you for
So,
being here.
yeah, absolutely. Did you get a chance to watch my short little video?
I looked at it here and there a little bit, yes.
Okay, fantastic. The idea is to save a bit of time because it's all about you, this call. So, why don't you tell me your story, why real estate, and what I can do to help you?
Yeah, so I've been mostly in the mobile home space for I would say 4 or 5 years now. Um and I've been transitioning for the most part now into like tax liens and tax deeds. So that's
Okay.
pretty much what I do. I buy tax deeds in Pennsylvania and whatnot. Um, Sometimes have mobile homes, sometimes have land. Most of this time, most of the time these days, they just basically have uh, mobile homes with land, and then basically flip the land, keep flip the house, keep the land, and just basically collect rent in perpetuity.
Yeah.
Um, so I've been trying this new strategy where I just basically buy land that has like public utilities already hooked up. Ask for somebody to just bring the home in. I pay for the move, and then repeat the same thing over and over. So
Very
yeah.
good. Excellent. Yeah. So how long have you been doing the tax deeds?
Tax deeds probably 3 years, 3 to 4 years as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you must be you're brave competing with the banks. The banks usually pick all most of that stuff up, you know.
Well, that's the thing. I don't go for stick build. I go for mobile homes. So like there is competition, but there's not that much competition. And if you go with just raw land, it's just
Yeah.
nobody cares to do
Yeah.
much with it. So
Right,
yeah.
right. Absolutely, yeah. So that's a good niche you got yourself into. But what got you interested in this sort of investing anyway in the beginning, before you even thought of real estate? What got you interested?
Well, the main interest in here was just to be financially free and not have to worry about, going through, you know, um, changes in industries and like ups and downs and whatnot. So I wanted to like be stable and just like not have to depend on somebody to give me a job and to have a job and
Mhm.
all that stuff. And
Do you have a job right now, or do you
I
just?
do, I do, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What do you do now?
I'm a software engineering manager. I have a team of seven under me. So
Yeah, nice. Okay, so yeah, I presume your future goal is to be free of that, is it?
correct. Yeah. The idea is to one day just, be able to live off of the residual income that keeps coming in every month.
Yeah, nothing like it, huh?
Yeah.
Set your own schedule and decide what you want to do. Be your own boss. Absolutely. So, when do you see that happening? What sort of plan have
Uh,
you got?
I mean, I'm giving myself like maybe, I mean, I don't know. I don't have a date. I would like it to be sooner rather than later. I mean, maybe I would say 10 years tops would be the absolute like latest that I would like to just, be done with everything.
Mhm.
If everything goes according to plan. So
Yeah,
that's
gotcha.
what
Yeah.
I'm.
I asked that question because a lot of people reverse engineer. So they say, oh, well, I want to achieve this goal by 5 years. So you think, well, what does it take? There's 60 months, and this is what I've got to do each month. And then you break it down to each day. And, they reverse engineer it. So,
Mhm.
at the moment, you're just trying to get traction, I guess, and then you'll know how to reverse engineer,
Yeah.
as it were. Yeah. Is
Yeah.
that the idea? Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. All right, very cool. Yeah, so I've been in real estate for probably most of my life actually, but 22 years ago I moved to America, so I cut my teeth on cold sheets, no money down, which was creative financing right out of the gate, and plunged into um, multi-families. First one was a duplex and single, and that was on a land contract. I even got cash at closing, so that was a really good start, to actually fix it up. So that was before, they changed all the rules about valuing property and things like that. So it was good because you could, if it would appraise for the value, you could if they were asking 150, you could ask, you could pay 200 and get 50 at closing, you see. So everybody's happy.
Mhm.
But then the next thing I got was a 24 unit with a conventional loan, first loan, carried second, a little bit down, and I was off to the races then because I effectively doubled the rents inside a year, refinanced the money out, and used that money to keep growing and got over 100 doors in multifamily. Made every mistake in the book and wrote a little book about it. My journey, cautionary tales about real estate investing. And because I learned a lot of lessons. I got knocked out of the game in 2009. Took 8 years to lick my wounds, as it were. Got back on the saddle. 2017, decided to do retail, but that my heart wasn't in that. So I got back into investing again. Took a whole bunch load of courses. I've spent over 6 figures on my education and what have you. And only back in July, in fact, I found myself in the classroom again, and this time learning about large multifamilies. These are over 100 units, 10 million to 100 million range. And it made a whole lot of sense. Made me think about what had already been through and what could do a whole lot better, the scalability and what have you. So I've actually written this book, Demystifying Commercial Real Estate, and I've also written another book, this one, Investing in Large Multifamily Souls. You can find those on Amazon. Also, restarted my YouTube channel. I say restart because the first time around was didn't get anywhere, but this time I've done a thread of multifamily, 21 videos, 5 minutes of 15 minutes. So if you feel so inclined, you could join the YouTube channel and subscribe. And you could be a participant when I find the deals, probably one or two deals a year at the most. And you can probably achieve your financial goals a lot quicker. So that's my potted history. I am working on promoting Legal Shield, especially to my real estate investors, because we need an attorney at every time we turn around or sneeze, we need an attorney. And
Yeah.
yeah, so the thing that excites me about Legal Shield is the company have got the attorneys on retainer. We pay like a monthly fee, pay or membership fee, whatever you want to call it. Be like how insurance works, like your car insurance. So it's a very clever idea of keeping your costs down, and also it makes you use the services a lot more because you don't worry about the bill, and the attorneys don't worry about their bill. It's already been paid, so it's a very neat system. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so how can I help you then in your business?
Yeah, so I mean, I've been looking in terms of trying to scale things up. Would be looking for a private money lender, either so it would be either for 20 to $30,000, something like that, like every time, and it would be a loan. If it could be, as long as it could be, it doesn't have to be 30 years. If it could be 10 years, that's fine as well. Whatever works for you, whatever makes you feel comfortable. But basically that would go for covering the cost. So the idea in here is I'll find the plot of land that has the utilities and whatnot. I'll just basically enlist like some of my investor friends that I made in the mobile home space community to basically bring the home in there, and I pay for their move of the house. So moving the house and setting it up into the new plot of land, it costs about like anywhere from 8 to 10,000. I added another 10 to $20,000 in there just in case, I need to go ahead and just buy the house as well. But usually if they bringing the house, it should be anywhere from eight to $10,000. And then, that mortgage can be, first lien position in the land, and it can be back, it'll be back basically by the lot rent that mobile home will bring in, basically. So.
Well, what would be in it for me? I don't understand.
Well, so you get basically a percentage. So it's just like whatever cut you want. So like if you want a 12% interest rate on the note, or whatever interest you require on the note.
Yeah. So when would I get my money back?
I mean, again, that's the thing. So it would be depending on how long do you want to structure the note. So if you want to do a 5-year note, you could do 5-year note at 12%, something like that.
Oh, we don't do that. Yeah.
Okay.
You won't find any gators that do that.
Okay.
That's a lot. That's more like partnership. Yeah. Are you aware how Gator works? It's a short-term loan. That's why we call it Gators, because it's chomp chomp. It's
Right.
chunks in very short periods of time. So
Right.
your best way with that sort of thing is to find either hard money, although 5 years is too long for them. It's usually 2 years with hard money. Gators are usually less than a year, and or usually to help you through closing. There's a lot
Mhm.
of things like EMD or transactional funding or entrance fee, but
Mhm.
you expect a very rapid turnaround with when you're talking to Gators. Next step is hard money, and that's up to 2 years. And but 5 years, you're talking about PMP. It's more like partnership, and
Okay.
they'll be looking for a share in the equity of the thing. And you've offered not that 12%, by the way, is very, very poor, very
Mhm.
unattractive. I don't know how much, whether you've got anybody to do 12%. Be more like what we call a whale investor, which would be somebody not even interested in real estate, just a better return on their money than the bank, you know. But when you talk to real estate investors, you're going to be way higher than 12%. We start at 20%. It's just not worth it. It's lost opportunity. And tying money up for 5 years is considerable length of time for 12%. So you might like to rethink that a little bit, you know?
Fair enough.
Yeah. I know that sounds, I'm being brutally honest, and that's probably pretty harsh to receive, but I'd rather be honest with you and put you, steer you on the right path, as it were,
Right.
you
Right.
know?
Right.
I've been in the Elite Gator since the beginning, so um, I want to help you, you know? So,
Appreciate it.
yeah, absolutely. And you will find people, by the way, who will be delighted with 12%, but they're not real estate investors.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
so just to steer you in that direction. So I don't want to mislead you because 12% is way better than the bank, right? But it's usually people who've got a lot of money and they don't want it in the bank, but they want a better return. And they'd also have to get to know you better and your track record and see that. How many of these have you done, by the way?
I've done probably 15, 20 more, something like that.
Okay, well, that's a good track record, and you got a closing statement for every one of them, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, well, that's a nice package. So you would have those on a drive, I presume, where you
Yeah.
would give them access and they can see that and do their due diligence. Yeah,
Hmm.
well, that's good. That's a good setup. So I would, do your marketing towards your doctors, your lawyers, your dentists, people who your managers, CEOs, that type of thing, and find private money that way.
Sounds good.
Yeah, especially as you've got your thing organized, then you can say, got all the proof down and they can see the return on the money. Yeah, yeah,
Sounds good.
yeah. And when you made your money, by the way, if you want to bring it into large multifamily, you can do it as a limited partner You throw your money in and you get a great return on your money. And once you've created all these other investors who invest in your type of deal, you can say, hey, Graham, we got all these other investors, and you'd get a connection fee as well if they were interested. You see, maybe they're not interested in yours, but they might be interested in a large multifamily. Then you could be a connector and get a connection fee, you see. Yeah. That could be something. Yeah. Yeah. So there's always little ways of doing this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Cool.
right. Very good. Do you have any
Well,
other questions or anything you want to?
that was it.
Okay, fantastic. Well, thank you, Eduardo.
Thank you for your time
Yeah, you have a wonderful day. All right.
as well.
All right.
Bye.
Bye bye.